Fans, friends, and the media all held their breath as news broke. A suspect in Menglong's death case had finally been apprehended. It had been months since the star's sudden and tragic passing, a time filled with confusion, rumors, and unanswered questions. And now, investigators claimed that a breakthrough had occurred. A new piece of evidence, shocking in nature, had surfaced. One that would change everything people thought they knew about this case. For months, speculation had run rampant. Who was responsible for the untimely death of one of the brightest stars of his generation? Was it an accident? A tragic mistake? Or something far more sinister? Fans scoured videos, photos, and social media posts, searching for any clues. They analyzed micro-expressions, studied the tiniest gestures, and pieced together fragments of information that might reveal the truth. And while the authorities were investigating quietly, it seemed progress was slow until now. The suspect, whose identity has not been fully revealed, was reportedly caught after forensic evidence linked them directly to the events surrounding Menglong's final days. Sources close to the investigation revealed that investigators discovered new digital traces, recordings, and financial documents that pointed to someone with access, motive, and opportunity. This was no ordinary arrest. It was a pivotal moment in a case that had puzzled experts and fans alike. Eyewitnesses had long reported inconsistencies in the timeline surrounding Menglong's final appearances. Strange meetings. Sudden cancellations. People coming and going at odd hours. While authorities initially dismissed these as coincidences, investigators now believe they may have been critical clues. The apprehended suspect is said to have been connected to these inconsistencies. And with the new evidence, the picture of what happened that night is becoming clearer and darker. Digital investigators began combing through hours of surveillance footage, emails, and messaging apps. What they found was alarming. A series of deleted messages, calls that had been wiped from logs, financial transfers that didn't align with official statements. Experts claim these irregularities are linked directly to the suspect, and they suggest a motive that goes beyond simple negligence or accident. The public reaction was immediate and intense. Fans flooded social media, demanding answers. They posted screenshots, timestamps, and theories about what the suspect's involvement could be. Threads exploded with speculation. This changes everything. They finally caught the one responsible. We've been lied to all along. The outrage and shock were palpable. Investigators have been tight-lipped about the specifics of the evidence. They confirmed the arrest but did not disclose details that could compromise the ongoing investigation. However, insiders indicate that the evidence is damning. Digital files recovered from multiple devices, surveillance footage showing suspicious activity, and documents that point to premeditation, all suggest a carefully orchestrated sequence of events. What makes this case even more shocking is the context surrounding Menglong's final days. Prior to the incident, there had been subtle warnings and signs that something was amiss. Fans noticed unusual behavior in his last appearances. Fleeting glances, hesitant movements, and gestures that seemed out of place. Some had speculated that Menglong was aware of a threat but was unable to openly confront it. Now, with the suspect apprehended, these observations are being revisited under a new light. Forensic analysis played a critical role in the arrest. Experts used digital recovery tools to restore deleted files, uncovering hidden communications and transactions. Phone records showed connections between the suspect and several key individuals in Menglong's professional circle. Financial documents revealed transfers that suggested motive. And most shockingly, surveillance footage captured the suspect in proximity to locations tied to the events leading up to Menglong's passing. The arrest has not only shocked the public but also raised questions about the broader environment in which Menglong worked. Sources indicate that this is not an isolated incident. There may be systemic issues in the agency and surrounding industry that allowed tensions, conflicts, and dangerous situations to escalate without intervention. Fans are now demanding accountability from those in positions of authority. The apprehension of the suspect has also reignited debate over previous investigations. Why did it take so long to identify the individual responsible? Why were critical pieces of evidence seemingly overlooked? And perhaps most importantly, were there warning signs that, if recognized sooner, could have prevented this tragedy? Social media has become a hub of both speculation and revelation. Users are combing through every appearance of Menglong, every public post, every interaction. Many believe that subtle signals in his final appearances were attempts to alert the public to danger. Gestures, glances, and micro-expressions are now being reanalyzed with renewed scrutiny. Investigators caution that the case is far from over. While the arrest is significant, the full extent of the suspect's involvement and whether others may have been complicit remains unclear. Authorities have stated that more evidence is being gathered, more witnesses are being questioned, and further forensic analysis is underway. The public is being urged to remain patient as the investigation continues. Experts in behavioral analysis have weighed in on the significance of Menglong's final appearances. They note that his body language, combined with the new evidence, suggests awareness of a potential threat and a subtle attempt to communicate caution. It appears that Menglong may have tried to leave traces for investigators and the public, a warning that has now gained renewed importance in light of the suspect's arrest. The apprehension has also sparked renewed media coverage. News outlets around the country are highlighting the new evidence and the significance of the arrest. Analysts are comparing the suspect's background, prior connections, and the timeline of events leading to Menglong's passing. The narrative is beginning to take shape, painting a clearer picture of the tragedy that has captivated and horrified fans for months. Public reaction has been intense and emotional. Fans have organized online campaigns demanding transparency and justice. They have flooded comment sections with expressions of grief, anger, and disbelief. Finally, someone is being held accountable. We deserve to know everything. Menglong's fans will not let this fade into silence. The arrest has reignited hope that the truth will finally be revealed. Legal experts suggest that the new evidence could form the basis for serious charges. Depending on the findings of the ongoing investigation, the suspect could face prosecution for negligence, premeditated actions, or more severe consequences. The case is being treated with the utmost seriousness, given the high-profile nature of the victim and the potential implications for others in the industry. The sequence of events is chilling. Leaked footage, eyewitness reports, deleted messages, and financial irregularities all converge to create a